Welcome back to another episode of Stupid Geek Tricks with your host, Eli the Computer Guy. So now in the modern world, everybody is worried about 240 hertz 8K screens, because apparently that'll give you amazing ray tracing when you're working at the CLI. Apparently, I've been told. But what happens? What happens if you just need something like the IP address, right? You have your little IoT device here. It dynamically pulls in an IP address using DHCP, and then you just have no idea what that damn IP address is. You don't need a 1080 screen. You don't need a 4K screen. You don't need an 8K screen. You know what? A crappy little LCD screen might be all that you need. So this is an I2C. That is the electronics protocol that allows this to work. It's called an I2C screen. It is a 20 by 4 LCD screen. And basically what I'm going to do with this today is be able to pull out the IP address to show you. So imagine this is a headless box. So I don't care about the rest of this, right? Because I'm going to be talking to my little AI device. I'm going to be listening to my AI device. I'm going to have little LEDs tell me things about the AI device. So I don't need this screen except for maybe some specific words, maybe like the CPU utilization or the IP address, right? Some simple stuff. Well, what this can do, right? If we run this script, I have this little Python script, pylcd ip.py. When I run that script, you will now see on my screen, it shows me my loopback address and it shows me what my actual IP address is, 192.168.1.213. So now imagine this thing boots up and then I get to see those IP addresses or something like it. Just to show you this is dynamic, if we go up here and we turn off the wireless and I rerun the script, when we do this, it'll just give me the loopback address because obviously it now does not have the DHCP address because it is offline. So this is the kind of very valuable thing that you can have with these little Raspberry Pis. And again, it's something to be thinking about when you design projects for the modern world, right? There's so much focus on 8K screens and 240 hertz and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes you just need like a $3 or $4 I2C screen. In order to make this work, if we go over and take a look at the code here, again, it is all incredibly easy, right? So we have this RP-LCD module that we have to install. We're going to use that. Here is where we configure our LCD screen. This is called the I2C address. We'll talk about that in a class. Basically, the command here, I'm going to do a grep command. I want to look for inet. I don't want to look for inet6, so that will pull out the values for when I do IP address. And then basically down here, I have this thing. The main thing to be looking at here is where I print out on the screen. So it is row, so it's row 0, column 0. So the first time this loops through, it'll print at row 0, column 0. It'll print whatever the value is. And then when it loops through again, it'll go to row 1, column 0, print the value, row 2, column 0, so on and so forth. And then if you come down here, basically it just sleeps for a second, and then it clears the screen. If you're going to be using these LCD screens, do remember to clear the screen. If you keep writing on the screen and you don't clear, then basically text literally gets overwritten from the last loop, and that can be a very bad thing. But anyways, this is what we're dealing with here today, and this is the kind of very interesting stuff I find in the technology world that sadly not enough people, I think, are talking about. So there you go. There is adding an I2C LCD screen to your AI IoT project. We are going to be talking about this. I'm actually designing this little lab for the class for Silicon Dojo that will be on January 7th with pushing AI to the edge using Raspberry Pis, where I want to explain all of these different things that you can add to a Raspberry Pi to make them a lot more useful. This is one of those things too, like a lot of people nowadays say, with the price of Raspberry Pis, why don't you buy a mini PC, or why don't you buy a laptop, or why don't you buy whatever? And again, it comes back to what problem you're trying to solve, right? If you just want this little, I mean, look at this. If you just want a teeny little solution that can literally be run off a battery pack, like this thing could literally be run off of a battery pack, then you go with Raspberry Pi. If you need a laptop, you use a laptop. I mean, I don't understand people. I really just don't understand people sometimes. So anyways, there is a little bit of actual tech for you. See you all later.